Good evening, you are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 3 royal decrees. His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the International Cooperation of Morocco review means of joint cooperation and current issues at regional and international levels. And the Ministry of Health inaugurates the campaign for IED's Egypti elimination in the Governorate of Muscat. Those were the headlines, now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has issued 3 royal decrees. Royal Decree number 2/2019 on issuing amendments on some provisions of the prison law. Article 1 promulgates the attached amendments on the prison law. Article 2 cancels all that contradict with this decree or contravene with its provisions. Article 3, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the next day of its issue. Royal Decree number 3/2019 on ratifying the amendments on the Convention of the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination against Women and withdrawing some reservations of the Sultanate. Article 1 ratifies the amendments on the first paragraph of Article 20 of the above-mentioned Convention according to the format contained in the decision of stated parties. Article 2 withdraws some reservations of the Sultanate on the fourth paragraph of Article 15 in the above-mentioned Convention. Article 3, the bodies concerned shall take the necessary decisions to implement the provisions of the above 2 articles. Article 4, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of issue. Royal Decree number 4/2019 on declaring the project to supplement the remaining part of Al-Jayaz Road, Al-Nakhil Road in Khail al-Shabul area in the Walaya of Sahar as a public utility project. Article 1 considers the project to supplement the remaining part of Al-Jayaz Road, Al-Nakhil Road in Gail al-Shabur area in the Walaya of Sahar from the end of the existing road until Gail al-Shabur roundabout determined in the attached memorandum and total planning scheme as a public utility project. Article 2 authorises competent authorities to expropriate through direct implementation of real estates and lands necessary for the project and establishment on it in accordance with provisions of the Public Utility Expropriation Law. Article 3, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of issue. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty Emperor Akihito of Japan on the occasion of the 30th anniversary of his accession to the throne. His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received in his office today His Excellency Nasser Bourita, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Morocco, head of Moroccan side at the Omani-Moroccan Joint Committee. During the meeting, His Excellency the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the International Cooperation of Morocco conveyed greetings of His Majesty King Mohammed VI to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos and his kind wishes for Omani citizens' further progress and prosperity. From his side, His Highness Said Fahad praised the strong relations binding the Sultanate and Morocco and the keenness of the wise leadership in both countries to achieve the best for their nations. At the beginning of the meeting, His Highness Said Fahad reviewed the existing cooperation between the two countries in various fields and means of supporting it in order to open new prospects to serve the joint interests of both countries. The meeting also tackled growing bilateral relations between the two countries and ways of strengthening the works of the Omani-Moroccan Joint Committee, in addition to encouraging the private sector to undertake its role in investment fields. It also reviewed a number of current issues in the regional and international arenas. From his side, His Excellency Nasser Bourita expressed his country's appreciation for the role that the Sultanate plays in the internal and external levels. He also praised the development march being witnessed by the Sultanate in all fields, pointing out that his country's cooperation with the Sultanate will continue in various levels. His Highness Syed Fahad asked His Excellency the guest to convey the greetings of His Majesty the Sultan and his kind wishes for His Majesty King Mohammed VI and for the Moroccan people further prosperity and growth. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency Tariq al-Hissan, Ambassador of Morocco accredited to the Sultanate. General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nuaimi, Minister of the Royal Office, received in his office today Nasser Bourita, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation in the Kingdom of Morocco, and his accompanying delegation. The meeting exchanged cordial talks and reviewed the good relations binding the Sultanate and the Kingdom of Morocco in all fields and means of enhancing them to serve joint interests. It also touched upon a number of matters of common concern. The meeting was attended by the Moroccan ambassador to the Sultanate. The Joint Omani-Moroccan Committee signed memorandums of understanding in various fields of cooperation between both countries, especially those related to economy, commerce and investment. The Omani side was headed by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and the Moroccan side was chaired by His Excellency Nasser Bourita, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. This came during the fifth round of meetings of the committee in Muscat. It focused on enhancing cooperation in fields of commerce and investment between the two countries, in addition to increasing opportunities for students in scientific field studies. Major General Salam bin Musalam Katan, commander of the National Defence College, stressed on the continuation march of the college towards its planned goals. This came during an inspection visit to the college by His Excellency Said Badr bin Saud Al Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defence Affairs, accompanied by the Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, Chairman of the College Council and Armed Forces Commanders. They got acquainted with the programmes and plans of the college for this year. They were also briefed about the college and its facilities and modern equipment which contribute in achieving the college's message and its vision in preparing national leading cadre. Within the activities of the Royal Oman Police celebrations of its annual day, His Excellency Major General Hassan bin Mohsen Al-Shiraiki, Inspector General of Police and Customs, presided over the ceremony of handing over certificates for the graduate officers. His Excellency honoured the first positions of the graduate officers and handed over certificates to them, as well as to the trainers and supervisors of training batches of the graduate officers. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with Muscat Municipality and the relevant stakeholders, launched today the Muscat campaign for Aedes aegypti elimination under the theme "Your Cooperation Indicates Your Awareness." The launching ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, at Majlis Al-Sayyida Fatma bint Ali Mosque in North Al Hayl. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Ribai.
The Minister of Health launched a Muscat campaign for Aedes aegypti eradication under the theme "Your Cooperation Indicates Your Awareness." The campaign is carried out as a result of confirmed related cases in the Governorate of Muscat since 12th of December 2018 to 3rd of January 2019.
We are here to launch the campaign to try to eliminate the mosquito which spreads. It's called Aedes aegypti, which unfortunately transmits many serious diseases such as dengue fever, yellow fever, and the Zika disease, which was very, very well publicized in 2016-2017. The Ministry of Health, with all its partners from the government, Municipality of Muscat and others, plus the community, we have to work together. And so far, the cooperation from everybody, the media, their excellencies, the Shura members, and of course other government sectors, it's been excellent. But for this campaign to succeed, we need all to work together. We need the accessibility of the teams which are going to eradicate this mosquito. Accessibility to houses, to shops, to farms, because this mosquito unfortunately lives mainly indoors and on surfaces that are man-made.
The 2 weeks campaign is aimed at eradicating Aedes aegypti mosquito and preventing it from spreading to other areas. The campaign targets around 100 households and almost 25,000 facilities. The task forces trained for this mission consist of 1,000 personnel from various governmental organizations. They will be in formal uniform and carry identification card. One of the most significant control methods of this type of mosquitoes is getting rid of man-made breeding sites.
Most or almost all of the breeding sites are man-made. Therefore, we need the cooperation of the community in getting rid of all the breeding sites of the mosquito. At the same time, we are aware that there are many houses, many places are nano-managed, so we'd like to reassure them that this campaign is really going to be for the Aedes aegypti and the eradication of the Aedes aegypti and not having any other objectives.
In order to fulfill the objectives of the campaign, citizens and residents are required to play a role in destroying breeding sites of Aedes aegypti. Hence, your presence at your house on the day of the team visits is crucial for the mission's success. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Still to come in our news bulletin. The 35th Annual International Ice Festival started in China's northeastern city of Harbin. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. In line with the national plan to accommodate job seekers, Sultan Qaboos Academy for Police Sciences received today a new batch of female recruits. The new recruits will join the training courses in law and first aid, which will enable them to perform tasks and duties that Royal Oman Police undertakes in various governorates of the Sultanate. Enhancing the role of citizens and residents in protecting Oman's natural environment and preserving its resources for future generations, the Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs and Oman Post signed a memorandum of cooperation. As per this memorandum, the Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs will provide educational materials on the importance of preserving the environment, which will be distributed through the branches of Oman Post offices around the Sultanate. Oman Post will support the awareness efforts and increase the level of environmental awareness on various environmental issues through its different sites and platforms on social media. A committee from both sides will be formed to set up a detailed plan for the activities of the initiative to be announced during the current year. Al Marouj Dairy Company signed today agreements with major suppliers for the dairy collection and refrigeration project in the Governorate of Dhofar in the presence of His Excellency Syed Mohammed bin Sultan Abu Saidi, Minister of State, Governor of Dhofar. The agreement provides the supply of technology and laboratory instruments for testing the quality of milk before it is received from the cattle breeders. This project is one of the food security projects of the Sultanate, which was launched within the framework of the efforts of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth through Oman Food Investment Holding Company to take the traditional production processes to the best international practices in this regard. Through this project, they will purchase milk from livestock breeders in the Governorate of Dhofar, refrigerate and process it to the required dairy products in the market. The aggregate capacity of the project is estimated at 19,027 litres per day of cow's milk and 7,827 litres per day of camel milk. Al Dakhliya Governorate is renowned for its diverse touristic attractions. The Governorate witnesses an increase in the number of visitors from outside the Sultanate during the winter season to enjoy the touristic attractions there. Our reporter Salah bin Khalfan Arabi has more details in the following report.
Mountain peaks, traditional landmarks, ancient neighborhoods and villages with spectacular views. A diverse combination that makes Al Dakhliya Governorate an active touristic destination throughout the year. Tourist activity rises during the winter season, and the Governorate witnesses an increase in the number of tourists coming from outside the Sultanate to enjoy the touristic attractions in the beautiful weather from October to April.
It's my first time here in an Arabic country, so I would definitely come back to Oman. It's one of my, I would say, favorite countries to be. I like the brotherhood here. It's one of the most friendliest countries I've ever been in, so I would definitely recommend to anyone who would ask me about a country to visit, I would definitely recommend the Oman.
It's the first time for me here in the Oman, and I like it very much. I think it's a very nice country, very interesting, and lots to see, and I think all the Omani are so friendly.
40 touristic facilities, including 12 hotels, 11 guest houses, 8 hotel apartments, 3 tourist camps, as well as heritage inns and houses, provide tourism services for the tourists visiting the Governorate of Al Dakhliya to enjoy the natural landmarks.
I really enjoy it so far. It's the first time that I've ever visited a country from the Middle East, but I think, it's very different to my own culture, obviously, but I think the Omani people are so nice and friendly and welcoming and great hospitality. I love that whenever you arrive somewhere, first thing you get is the Omani coffee and the dates to just sit together and to get a warm welcome.
We love Oman a lot. We arrived a couple of days ago. We love the people, the food, the color. So we saw all the water system, the new guest house, how it's developing is really, really nice, interesting.
The tourism projects carried out in Al Dakhliya in the recent years, especially in Al Jabal Al Akhdar, contributed to the development of tourism here, besides the availability of historical forts and castles, traditional markets, and ancient neighborhoods that tell the visitor the Omani deep-rooted history and civilization. Al Dakhliya Governorate is rich with mesmerizing touristic attractions, which makes it an attractive destination, especially during the winter tourism season in the Sultanate. And this is an opportunity for the private sector to invest in tourism projects in this governorate. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salah bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Al Dakhliya Governorate.
Different countries participated in an ice sculpture contest today in China's northeastern Harbin as part of the city's 35th annual International Ice Festival. Here is a report.
34 teams of artists and workers from different countries participated in an ice sculpture contest today in China's northeastern Harbin, one of the coldest cities in the country, as part of the city's 35th annual International Ice and Snow Festival.
This is our artwork. It's about the rising. We want to express that we are like the sun. We should to rise each day with one purpose and just go straight and do it. So this shape is an abstraction shape about the sun, about the light of the sun.
Workers and artists from 16 countries, including Russia, Canada, Spain and China, turned solid blocks of ice from nearby Songhua River into imaginative designs during the Ice Festival. The ice sculpture contest began on Saturday and is scheduled to end on Tuesday, when the final result will be announced.
I've never been to China before, or Harbin. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's so beautiful. The craftsmanship of all of the pieces are amazing. There's so many talented artists here.
Elsewhere, a recent cold wave has brought some stunning winter scenery to Taihang Mountains Canyon region in North China's Shaanxi province, with cascading ice sheets and glaze producing a spectacular frozen landscape. The huge ice sheets descending over the waterfalls and silver thaw over the spring in various shapes have created an otherworldly beauty. In the riverway, the water flows under a series of hanging icicles, while ice moves with the water like a blooming ice lotus. Due to the gradual drop in temperatures in recent days, water oozing out from the sandstone has formed the stunning ice cascade. The silver thaw is a coating of ice, which is formed when extremely cold water droplets freeze almost instantly on a cold surface.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates, with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coasts of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be southeasterly to south, light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 metres. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 3 royal decrees. His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Sayed and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the International Cooperation of Morocco review means of joint cooperation and current issues at regional and international levels. And the Ministry of Health inaugurates a campaign for IED's Egypti elimination in the Governorate of Muscat. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.